Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, Shiv here. Alright, so, before we begin, thank you everybody for taking to the comment section, the upvotes, the sharing. I've been seeing this bounce around all over social media. Thank you very much. I love the support you guys are giving in the channel as well as myself. Awesome. So, we've got a couple cards here to review, and ironically enough, they're in a really cool order here. So, let's get to this. Alright, so starting off, we've got Cho'gall. This has got to be probably one of the most powerful cards I've seen outside of the old gods themselves. 7 mana for a 7/7. Battlecry, the next spell you cast this turn cost health instead of mana. Okay, so what does this mean? Alright, well, hi, you can play Doom immediately after playing this. You do take 10 damage, but you're going to get some card draw, you're going to wipe the board, and most likely play some fucking giants for it. So yeah, that's definitely some cool stuff there. Now it is a battle cry, so you can't really set this up in a sequencing type of deal, this, that, and the other. You don't really have to worry about certain interactions later on because of it. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I do like that. But yeah, I think that this has some potential of being really, really nasty, alright? Especially if you're working with anything in the old gods themselves. So yeah, definitely some cool possibilities here. I see this most notably being used in a Reno Jackson deck with Doom. Seriously, Doom plus Cho'gall seem like they were designed for each other. And that's going to be one of those really nasty combos that I honestly think Warlocks have been needing for quite some time. Another cool thing you can do with this card, alright, let's say you don't have Doom, you have Shadowward Pain. Okay, so boom, you play Cho'gall, you spend 4 life, wipe the board. Most likely outside of giants, you'll wipe the board. 7 damage is pretty fucking hard to get around. So yeah, there's another combination right there. But remember, it's Battlecry and it's only in the next spell, so you can't lay out a sequence of spells, alright? Cannot lay out a sequence of spells. Thank God for that. Alright, but definitely this is one of my favorite cards. I like it a lot. Now, somebody asked about Forbidden Shaping and this, that, and the other, and there's two arguments, or any of the Forbidden spells. There's two arguments on this. Either one, it'll fizzle out because most likely you don't have any real mana, or two, you die. I'd like to believe you're dead. I really would like to believe you're dead, just because that would be very Warlocky. That would be so Warlocky. I mean, look at Sack Pack. That's existed forever and a day. When people were going up against priests, that was always the big fear if they had Jiraxxus, you know? It's like, oh, did you bring a sack pack? Thank you. Bye. Alright? So, yeah, that's kind of interesting. And now with, you know, rogues getting that ability of getting cards from that class, it gets a little bit more confounded. But we'll have to wait and see. But definitely this is my favorite card. Alright, next up we have Possessed Villager. 1 mana for a 1/1 Warlock card. Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 Shadow Beast. Okay, so I already had people saying, oh man, look, Death Rattle and Warlock, you know they're going to get, you know, like some N'Zoth deck going. I'm like, really? How do you see that? It's literally 1 minion. Oh, but what about this and what about this? Okay, sure, but look at how many of the staple Death Rattles are going out of the meta. Can you honestly say that's still going to be viable? One of those wait and sees because we haven't seen the rest of the set. But no, probably not. I do see this in Zoo decks. I do also see this as possibly being in a Reno Jackson deck, most notably because, oh, Zombie Chow is going out of the mix. So they're going to need a replacement. This is a good replacement, alright? Definitely a good replacement. I like the card a lot. It is the Warlock equivalent of an Argent Squire. Moving on. Oh, and I would like to say, thank God Hobgoblin is no longer going to be a thing, because that would basically be like, oh, here's a 3/3, and I make another 3/3 when I die. Have a nice day. So yeah, some serious value in a Hobgoblin deck. So wild. There you go. Alright. Moving on. Sagoth the Slitherer. Now, here's a card that seems really cool on paper, and it's a concept that a lot of people have been kind of hoping to get. Taunt. Can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. Yes, we've all been wanting something like that, right? But then they put it on the most bloated legendary body ever to almost negate the effectiveness of this ability and make this card probably one of the most blandest vanilla, probably not going to be played overly much, fucking legendary. I mean, at 9 mana, oof. Ooh, just on pure stat lines, the Ancient of War kicks the shit out of this, and it's 2 mana cheaper. So, yeah, while that ability of can't be targeted by spells or hero power may seem cool, I just like to remind people, if this becomes a thing, so does the Black Knight. Which, yes, will kill this outright for, 3 mana cheaper. And you get to keep your 4/5. So, yeah, I don't really see this as overly good. I really don't. It's a good body, alright? And the only way you could truly make this more dangerous is by using Crazed Alchemist to turn it into a 9/5 and just go straight to face, sure. But at the same time, it's not overly good. It really isn't. Now, against the zoo type of deck, if you've ramped out as a druid and you get this down, they're going to struggle a little bit, right? Fuck no, because, silence still exists, and depending on what they're going to do to certain silence minions, this card's value is pretty garbage. So, yeah, I don't really like this card. I think it's pretty vanilla, pretty bleh, not overly good. Alright, moving on to the next card. Wisp of the Old Gods. Okay, so I always like to talk about something positive about a card. Alright, so let me think on this one. This is a fucking stretch for me, guys. The artwork's cool. You're going to get 100 dust from it. And that's about all the positive things I could say about this card. 7 mana for basically summoning 7 1/1s. Might seem cool on paper, but there's way more important things I'd rather do on turn 7 as a druid. Like, I don't know, Ancient of Lore, Ancient of War. Just off the top of my head. So yeah, not an overly good card. But Shiv, what about its second ability? Give your minions +2/+2. Right. So what you're telling me is I can replace 2 cards I would normally keep in my, well, no, I wouldn't normally keep, but 2 cards I could also put in my deck that would achieve the same fucking thing for literally a 3 mana reduction, or I could have this card. Decisions. I think I would rather take the 2 cards, because at least then I can find functionality beyond them at an earlier point in the mana, unlike this. So yeah, I don't like this card. I don't see this as overly good. This is basically, here, have a free 100 dust. That's my personal opinion of the card. There might be some other cool synergies. Oh, well, what about with Knife Juggler? No, fuck off. Okay, so yes, obviously Knife Juggler turn 9 play of dealing 7 damage. Yeah, I just like to remind people that fucking patrons are still gonna fucking exist. Just saying. So yeah, because patrons are still gonna exist, this does not feel good. Now, if this summoned 7 2/2 Wisps, I would feel a little bit better about it. Though that's some serious fucking value. And in all honesty, I would much rather pay a little bit more mana and go for fucking Onyxia before I play this card. It's just not a great card. I mean, you're really going to have to struggle hard to find some sort of great combo or a great synergy with this. Maybe a token deck might be a possibility in the future, but no. So yeah, don't like this card at all. I think it's arguably one of the worst cards I've seen yet to date. And that's saying something, considering the fucking Warriors Arms card, alright? Or Tentacle Arms card, whatever that shit is. So yeah, here we have another 100 dust card being introduced. So yay, lack of creative design. So alright, that's going to be all for this review/preview. And as I stated at the beginning, I love this card. This card is amazing. This card has some great potential of making Reno Jackson decks even more annoying than they already are. Yeah, no, true fact. So yeah, this is definitely my pick. But hey, take to the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Come up with some really cool strategies, synergies. Let me know down below. And if you like these videos, please like, subscribe, share it around. Till next time, this is Shiv saying, stay safe, have fun, free Cthulhu, and may RNGesus bless you. Peace.